Welcome back to Blatantly Honest with Michaela Nichols. On today's episode, I have the lovely Mrs. West Coast America, Teresa Hyatt. She has dedicated her life to fighting cancer, something that she lost her mother, father, and brother to. Her son, at age 17, was diagnosed with cancer as well, but he has been in remission for 2 years. She will be competing in the Mrs. Florida America pageant to raise awareness for cancer because she believes that early detection is key. Welcome, Teresa. Hello, welcome, Miss West Coast America. I'm so happy to have you on Blatantly Honest with Michaela Nichols. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you so much for having me today.
No problem. I am so excited to talk with you and learn about your platform and everything that you're doing. It's absolutely amazing to just, hear your story from what we've mentioned online so far.
Well, I'm excited to share.
So tell me a little bit about you and your history and what led you to this exact moment when you said, I want to do a pageant.
Well, pageantry, I've always thought, I'm not the prettiest, but, pageantry to me is not about the crown, the beauty. It's about the inner beauty. And for me, it's about promoting my platform and doing what I love, which is helping in the fight against cancer. So I use this title to get out in the community and share what I know and try to help others.
Wow, that's incredible. And I heard you say you're not the most pretty, but I don't believe that. I saw your photo and I was like, oh my goodness. And you have 3 sons?
Yes, I'll be competing this year. I'm turning 55 this year.
No, you're not.
I am.
Oh my goodness. Wow. My mom is going to be, oh my gosh, I can't even say it, but she's older than you, and both of you look absolutely amazing. And so, you're killing it. But so what made you choose your platform as cancer awareness?
Well, I didn't choose this platform. It chose me, and it all started in 2003. I lost my brother to cancer at the age of 50.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
And that was shocking, and I always heard my mom say, you should never have to bury your kid. So, the trend, I started getting involved then, and then in 2007, I lost my mom to breast cancer.
Oh my goodness. Ugh.
And then in 2012, I lost my dad to bone cancer. So it's been devastating. And it's like, what can I do? I said, I can sit and sulk, or I can figure out how I can help and how I can because I know a cure, well, we're working on it, but that's not saving lives. It's like, we need a mission now. So I thought, if I get involved and I help educate, advocate, and get the word out that early detection saves lives, and what do you need to look for, and let's help.
Oh, that's absolutely horrible, especially to cancer and, all the unknowns. And it kind of reminds me of what's going on with the virus right now. It's like all these people are losing their lives. What is the cure? What can we do? And it's absolutely amazing that, you're going out in the community and advocating for various types of cancer, because every cancer is different and it attacks differently. And I'm no doctor, but, no cure is the same. So with the losing of your brother, how did that make you feel? Was it sudden?
It was, he kept saying he had issues, and they always thought, you're addicted to pain meds. There's nothing wrong with you. And he was going to the VA and they wouldn't do anything for him. They just said, you just want pain meds. There's nothing wrong. And then all of a sudden he ended up with bone cancer, and it was so aggressive. It was at the point where it was too late to do anything for him once they listened and found out. So it was shocking. It's like he was 50 years old. And
you said VA hospital, so he was in the veterans. He's a veteran?
Yeah, he's a Navy veteran, yes.
That's horrible, especially, you hear even with veterans homes. Both my grandparents were in veterans homes, and you think that they would provide more care for our veterans and do more and make sure that they're okay, because, they sacrificed so much for our country, and then they come back and they have these issues. And a lot of it is, sometimes check this box, and it's heartbreaking. And
they don't give them the time and the respect that they deserve.
50 years old is way too young to have to.
Right. And then it's like in 2017, as a parent, we heard the most horrible words you'd ever want to hear is like, your child has cancer. My 17-year-old was diagnosed with a rare blood cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Why? So, 17 years old?
17. He was 17, and we had no clue. I mean, he came to me one day and he said, Mom, what's this behind my ear? And it was a golf ball sized tumor.
Oh my gosh.
And first they diagnosed him with childhood acne. They said it was a pimple.
What?
Yeah. And we did a news thing on it and everything, because it's like, if I was a normal parent that wasn't educated on cancer, I would have said, oh, it'll be fine. The doctor says it's acne, it's a pimple, it'll go away. But I didn't know. I'm like, no, you are misdiagnosing this kid. And luckily I did, because we ended up in Gainesville at Shands, and they did the biopsy, and it was a rare form of blood cancer that is 1 in a million.
Oh my goodness. Wow. So it went from, did this bump just appear one day, or was it like a gradual?
I don't know. It was hid behind his ear. And as a teenager, they don't let you check them. You just tell them to check. It's like, really, Mom, leave me alone. And it was not where I could see it. But I guess it got big enough for him to say, whoa, Mom, can you look behind my ear and my hair here? And I was like, oh my God, when I first saw it. And we waited for the results, and I guess they sent the results to Washington. When I heard they were sent to Washington to get to the National Cancer Society, I'm like, we have a problem. So it was like, that was the hardest thing having to do. And he went through 2 years of chemo. This month, he will be 2 years cancer-free.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. 2 years cancer-free. That's such an accomplishment. God bless him.
Yep, and I told him, I mean, chemo had done, for young kids, boy, it did nerve damage. He's got autoimmune thyroid disease now. He's got celiac disease. He has chemo fog.
Is that from the chemo?
Yes.
Wow.
And on that breath, I picked up a new organization that I belong to and advocate and volunteer for, which is the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation. And their effort is to help in the efforts to find less toxic treatment for our children. Because this treatment we're giving them is the same treatment you would give an adult, and the highest dose you would give an adult. You're putting in young bodies.
Wow. That's something, just me being naive and not as familiar with these kind of topics, but I had no idea that was the same chemo that they're using. That is mind-blowing, especially, you see some of these kids. I do some stuff with St. Jude, and, picturing these kids having the same chemo treatment as some grown man or woman is...
It's devastating. And St. Jude, God bless them, they're the ones that came up with my son's treatment. They worked with my oncologist at the time and came up with a regimen that would, battle his cancer specifically. But yeah, I mean, it's harmful. I mean, what they put in him is just, it damages, but hey, you're killing cancer. So if you're killing cancer, what are you doing to their young body cells?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, I can deal with all the bad stuff that's happening to him. Yes, it's a struggle, but I have him.
Yes.
That's the important.
That's all that matters. And so at 17, watching your son go through all those things, what was that like as a parent, watching your son battle cancer?
I'm going to tell you, some days you'd find me in the closet crying because I didn't want to show that I was weak, because I had to be strong for him. We'd spend days and days in the hospital, and I'd be watching him be injected with all the chemo, watch him get sick, not be able to eat, watch his hair fall out, watch him turn from a beautiful child, which he still was beautiful, to a sick looking kid. I mean, my heart broke every day. I said, God, if I could take his place, I wish you would have gave it to me instead of my child.
God, having that thought go through your head, I can't imagine what it was like for you to just, after losing your family members and watching your son go through the battle. I'm sure the anxieties were there. Did you find yourself feeling anxious every day? How was that whole experience just internally for you?
I suffer from panic attacks, but I've learned to grasp, I go where I can't swallow, I can't breathe. This was very challenging for me to try to keep my cool where he didn't see me struggling because I couldn't allow that. So I've learned to cope and deal. It's like, hey, that's a small part for what your son's going through. Suck it up, and you're there. You're a mom. You're strong. You can do this for him. And I did every day, whether I'd have to come home and go to my room and cry myself to sleep, I would do that. But he would never see me upset.
With everything you're doing is just so, so powerful beyond words. And I just can't imagine. So now he's 19 years old, right?
Yeah, he'll be turning 20 in July. Yep.
20 in July. Okay. Wow. So is he applying to colleges? What's going on? I forget what's going on at that age. He must be in college.
No, actually, he's not able to. He's on disability because he has brain issues now, and they can't tell me when the chemo fog will go away. The chemo has damaged his nerves in his brain, whereas I have to remind him to drink water. If I don't remind him to drink water, he can go all day without drinking. He just struggles with memory. Everyday norm for him is not norm anymore. It's like he can't think, he can't concentrate. I have a referral for a neuropathic therapist. As soon as this all settles down and I can take him out in public, he needs to start seeing one of them to try to see how we can retrain his brain to get back to semi-normal if they can.
Wow. What would you say to other parents who might be going through similar experiences, with their son or daughter who might have this chemo fog?
Well, I started a parent support line, and I am there for all parents. I'm affiliated with the Children's Cancer Center and the Children's Dream Fund, and they have my number, and I am there to support them in every walk of the way that they're going through because I've been there. It's like, why should I be selfish and not share my struggles and help them get through it by telling them what to expect? Be a voice when they want to cry or they want to get away and talk to me about how did I cope. Yeah. So I've opened that line of communication so I can be there to support other parents.
Wow. That's incredible that you're doing that. I'm sure, going through the experiences that you're going through as well as your son is just learning every day. I take it as something new. Is that right?
Yeah. Our normal is not what I would have thought would be for him. I thought he had to graduate high school from home because he was doing chemo. So, his teachers came here and did the test for him. I feel he got robbed of his teenage life. And it's like now he struggles every day to stay cancer free. He fights every day to deal with what cancer left him. And then his cancer has a high rate of relapse. So we've been watching 2 of the lymph nodes back in his neck area that have been growing. So we scan again in September, but it's like every 6 months, you're like, is it back? Do we have to go through this again?
Wow.
It's just a nightmare.
Ugh. Oh, my heart breaks for you. But you know what? With power of being there for him and being his mom and helping him get through this, you just have to have faith. And that's the only way to for me, going through, obviously I haven't had cancer and my immediate family hasn't, but my aunt did. And how she got through it was, praying and just positive reformations, just, obviously some things are out of control and, just having that positive mindset, we will get through this, I think can help a lot of people because I'm sure it's hard to keep that positive mindset.
It is. And you can't let it win. It's like, we're not going to let it win. It's like, that's what I told Joseph. I said, nobody fights alone. Whatever we are together and we tackle it together as a family.
That's incredible. Strength in numbers, right?
Amen to that. There's 5 of us, so watch out.
Wow. Good team you got going there. So tell me, you are involved with so many incredible organizations. What made you pick these organizations?
Well, the American Cancer Society have always done Relay for Life, Making Strides, and all those fundraisers, raising funds. And I decided that's not enough. So I went to the corporate office and I said, I want to be a national representative and spokesperson for your organization. I want to help save lives. So they allowed me to be a national representative and advocate, where I was able to go out and do seminars and educate and advocate, provide pamphlets, and tell people, the only way we're going to beat cancer is early detection at this time. So I want to get out there and support them, because it's like I can't just sit by and not do nothing. It'll eat me up, knowing that I have the power to make a difference. The Children's Dream Fund, when we were going through cancer, they were our rock. They allowed our son to pick a dream. Children with life-threatening illnesses, they get a dream of their choice. And while he was getting chemo, she came in and she's like, Joseph, you can pick any dream you want, and it'll be for your whole family. So he created a dream to go on a 2-week, I think it was like 10-day Christmas cruise on the oasis of the sea. Wow. So we spent Christmas out at sea, but they were so amazing. And it's like, what can I do? I signed up to be a volunteer and help them and advocate and help raise funds for the Dream Funds and give back, because they gave so much to us. And that goes the same for the Children's Cancer Center. You don't know how much those people do for people. They provide gas cards, because you are struggling. Normally, when your kid's going through cancer, you have a parent that's not working. Mm-hmm. They provide grocery cards, gas cards, and everything you need as a support group to get through it. So unless you've been a part of that, you wouldn't know what all they do for our communities. So I wanted to give back as there as well.
That is incredible. I had no idea that such a program exists. And I'm sure those things, it helps to have, the gas and the groceries. You need it. Essential. Priority is taking care of your kid, and everything else kind of comes second nature. So wow, that as far as where you see yourself in the next few years, where do you want to take this platform that you've created?
Well, actually, my son helped me fill out my index cards, the one that just went through cancer. He's like, Mom, you have to put on there, you've dedicated your life to fight cancer. And I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll put that on there. I just want to get out in the community and keep doing what I'm doing. It's like, if I can save one life by educating and advocating, then I've done my job, and I will continue to do this job. I get no money. It's my time. The only thing I get is reward when I hear somebody come up to say, because of you, I went and had my son's mole checked, and it was cancerous, but they caught it in time.
How does that make you feel?
Oh gosh, I cry. It's like, it makes me feel so good, because I know, I beat down enough doors and people are going to listen. And like I tell them, the only way we're going to beat this on the front end is get early detection, because it's a proven fact, early detection saves lives. So if they don't have the tools there, as a mom, I would have never thought to look at moles when my child was growing up to see if they were normal or abnormal. Joseph had melanoma too when he was 14. So it's like, I learned about that. It's like, I took and educated myself so I can help others.
That's the most powerful thing, being able to give back and educate and have the platform that you do. It's just starting.
I was just saying, and I have to say 2 things. We're excited. If this virus goes away, we've got 2 big events coming up that I'm proud to be a part of. Yeah. The National Pediatric Cancer Foundation, we're having Fashion Funds the Cure in Tampa on the 25th of July. Yeah. And Raise on the Runway, benefiting the Children's Dream Fund on June 25th. They're going to be funding dreams.
That's absolutely amazing. That sounds like a great event, a fun event to get people involved and to raise money and raise awareness and hopefully save more lives.
That's our mission.
You said 56, I believe?
No, I'll be 55 in August.
Oh gosh, okay, I don't want to jump the gun. 55, all right. So at 54, you are going to be doing a pageant. Are you nervous, excited? How do you feel about that experience coming up for you?
I've done Florida America before. I'm excited. I mean, I do have to be in a bathing suit, but I train, I work hard, and I preach to my children, healthy body, healthy mind. We have to stay physically fit to be able to challenge ourselves and tackle these things in life that pop up. So we try to stay fit as a family, and I'm ready. I mean, hey, if I'm 55 almost and can get in a bikini, I'm doing good.
Yeah, that's impressive. That is impressive. I hope I'll be like that. Wow. Is there anything else that you want to add, want to say?
As a mom, I take this as I'm a mom on a mission helping in the fight against cancer. I don't expect rewards. I don't expect people to say, oh, wow, I just want them to say, hey, she's dedicated. She's been through it. She's been on both ends of it, and she's trying to give back. And in this world we live in, that's what it's all about. Power and help others and help save lives. Boy, that's a reward. Nobody else can pay you. It's a reward that hits the heart when you see your work paying off and lives you're saving.
That's amen to that. That is absolutely amazing and incredible. And you are just an amazing person. And I'm so sorry for all the things that you've gone through, but it looks like you're making the best out of it. And that's, all we can do.
That's right. We have to know God's got our back, and we just have to do the right thing and keep positive. That's all you can do. You can't let anything get you down. You just got to fight.
Keep chugging along, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Teresa, you mentioned that you have some very exciting news to share with us as well.
Oh, yes. My son's going, like you said, 2 years cancer-free in April, and I have a sister who has not beat cancer twice. She has beat cancer 4 times. And wow. She is currently she has T-cell lymphoma, which is dormant now, but hey, 4-time survivor. Very proud of her.
God bless her. That's awesome. Good for her. She's a true fighter.
Yes, ma'am. They both are.
Yes, they both are. Big call for celebration for sure.
In quarantine, right?
Yes, in quarantine, far apart, but you can Zoom or something, have a celebration.
We will.
I'm going to let Miss West Coast America take us out of this episode.
Be bold, be you, and be blamefully honest, and we can tackle the world.